Oh my gosh, it's here.
It's here. Oh.
The Phoenix 5. It's come to life, our little book idea. So we thought we'd tell you a bit about why did this come to life?
I feel like our journey of getting this book to where it is as big as the journey of the characters themselves.
It's been
together. Yeah.
years and years. So years ago, people were asking me for a book about the Phoenix Cups framework for children. My concern is that we can't teach children about an analogy about a freedom cup, for example, if they don't yet have concepts for freedom, autonomy, liberty, freedom to, freedom from, discovery, agency, creativity, that we could go on, right? So you and I, we think of all of that together when we think of the Freedom Cup. So my concern was that children would be read this book too before they had a really good understanding of what I've come to call needs literacy.
Clever.
I know.
Right.
Which is a part of the bigger picture of wellbeing literacy. And so some of you are doing the most incredible work with fostering wellbeing in your services. You have wellbeing, children's wellbeing at the forefront of everything you do. You're using the Phoenix Cups framework to conceptualize wellbeing science and practice into your work, and philosophy. I forget about this guy here, the scientist sitting here. Sorry about it.
Afterthought. Yeah.
And you're doing all of this so brilliantly. And we really wanted to create a resource that would support what you're doing and come into children's lives at the right time for them with the right approach, from the right angle.
Yeah.
So we were thinking, how do we do this? And I was stuck on this idea of, well, we've got to use cups somehow, but what do we do? Yeah. Anyway, I was working with Rosie's early learning service. Oh my goodness, such amazing practices happening there. And Carrie Rose owned it at the time, and she asked me to come and do lots of training with the team, and they were really wanting to introduce the concepts to children. And I said, I don't like using the cup analogy with very young children. So, but you know what, I trust you. You're very, very trained. Well, like in the Phoenix Cups, very trained in the approach, understand the science behind it and the philosophy. What can I do about it? Go ahead. Go and see what happens.
I think this is what the best thing about having outside perspective is too, because we live so inside of it all the time.
And I was really stuck on this idea not to introduce it to children.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're right. That outside perspective really helped. So what then happened was wonderful educators did incredible things with the children, really started essentially using, without realising we were doing it, using a needs literacy with the children, but still using cups. And then the children started to personify the needs. So they would be reading a story with their educator, and then they would say, well, that's like a safety mouse. And then the educators supported the children. It all just came, it came out from the children. It was, of course, this is what needs to happen.
And I think this is what makes it so special, that this is, not perhaps the story that you have in front of you, but the story that came from children.
Yeah, it was children's idea to say, if you want to teach needs literacy to us, we want it personified in characters, really. Yeah. And so the educators did an amazing exhibition, an art exhibition, where the children created these beautiful sculptures of their ideas of what each of the needs could look like. So they had a tiger for mastery, and they had a little dog high-fiving everyone for connection. Really, really cool. So we said, well, let's write a children's book with Australian animals. And so we put it to the Phoenix Cups community and said, what do we call these animals? And we all had votes years ago now on what do we call these animals. We engaged Monica Milgate, who'd written her own children's book, and we said, look, can you lead the project with the team on writing a children's book? And so she did. And then we brain dumped the kind of words that we would like to see in there. Like, well, my favourite character is Safi, and she represents safety. She's a little koala. So the kinds of words that we see from her is rest and sleep and predictability, and it's just this beautiful kind of personification in this sleepy little koala of needing this organized and predictable and safe world. And your favourite character?
Oh, of course, Frankie. It sounds like a cliche, but
because he's the freedom cup.
He's soaring around. He's looking.
I'm going to get a favourite part.
Going on adventures.
He does.
Yeah, Frankie all the way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I have.
But all of them though, every single one of them has come so close to us.
Yeah.
They're real now.
Yeah.
For us, they're real. We've lived these characters for so long.
Oh my goodness, there were so many writes and rewrites of the script.
Yep. Multiple different stories of what happened. So I think there's a big future for these characters as well.
I think so too. Yeah. And look, the whole team at Phoenix Book for Educators has been involved, and then we were so lucky. Our publisher, Little Steps, put us in touch with an incredible illustrator.
Yeah.
Catherine Appleby has done an incredible job bringing these characters to life.
Yeah.
I will read my favourite page about Safi for you. Safi Koala rests in her eucalyptus tree. A predictable routine keeps her happy. The sturdy tree gives her all that she requires, a safe place to sleep and all the food she desires. She knows what to do to look after herself. It just takes more sleep than everyone else.
I think I know quite a few Safis in my life too.
I'm learning how to fill my tiny safety cup. So I'm really inspired by Safi. So needs literacy. We've got rests, predictable routine, sturdy, safe, sleep, food. Look after yourself. I mean, we could go on with different wellbeing literacy as well, but you can hear the need around safety in that page. Really coming to life through needs literacy, through this personification of a need, through a beautiful character that children are going to connect with.
And that's kind of the oxymoron of it, is this complexity told through such simplicity as well.
Yeah.
If that sentence even makes sense. But if you get what I mean.
I love what you're saying there, philosopher.
So, but what is simplicity?
What even
Don't let me hijack this with
we won't. We're not going to allow philosophy in here. Where you have a time and a place for that. There's certainly some incredible thinking that's gone into this book, and I'm very, very grateful for our team at Phoenix Sport for Educators. Of which there have been so many involved in the creation of this book, the publication of this book, and now the promotion of it and getting it to you. And so super, super proud of our team and what we've been able to create. And we very much hope that you love it too. I have written some papers on needs literacy, and so you'll start to see those come about. There will be resources inside the book. You'll be able to go over to the Phoenix 5 webpage, and you'll have some resources and things that you can start to download to support teaching around needs literacy and wellbeing literacy. I think you're going to love it.
I hope you love it.
No, I know you are.
No refunds. No, you're going to love it. We love it.
You're absolutely going to love it.
And our standards are pretty high for what we love. But we love this.
Yeah. So enjoy, everybody. And thank you so much for being of the first to purchase this incredible book and share it with children. We can't wait to hear your stories about what that looks like for you when you share it with children, what sorts of stuff comes to life for you. So please do share and let us know in either the Phoenix Cups community Facebook group or on the Phoenix Cups or the Phoenix Sport for Educators social pages, or shoot us a message, or however you want to let us know. Let us know what happens and how it goes that first time you read to children.
Yeah.
You're going to love that it rhymes. I love that it rhymes. Educators love that it rhymes. And you're going to love the pattern that you can get into with children, as well as all of the teaching opportunities around wellbeing literacy and needs literacy.
I don't want to keep going over the thing, but the complexity behind it, you'll notice that the more that you read it, the more that you'll pick up from it as well. It just continuously does that. So I think that's really great.
We're pretty excited about this book, and we're super happy to share it with you. So thank you, everyone.
Great. Thanks. Thank you.